Good morning. Welcome to our weekly live stream update. I'm Long Beach Mayor Rex Richardson, and today I'm joined by Paul Duncan, the Homeless Service Bureau Manager at our Health Department. Paul's going to talk to us about our new safe parking site, our latest effort to link people experiencing homelessness with services and more stable housing options. Now, last week we shared the Long Beach Homelessness Data Dashboard and highlighted some data important to our emergency response. As a reminder, the dashboard is live and available at longbeach.gov/homelessness and will be updated monthly. On Saturday, we held a drive-through donation event at Long Beach City College, and I appreciate all of you who came together to support our community of unhoused residents, like the Bryant family. After seeing the donation drive in the news, their son jumped into action and asked his friends to help him collect items to create sunshine kits for the donation drive on his birthday. This selflessness and compassion for others is praiseworthy, and I want to personally thank the Bryan family for joining us and going all in. At the donation drive, we collected hygiene kits, men and women's clothing, pet care items, and much more. Again, thank you to everyone who opened up their hearts to our community members who are experiencing homelessness. For those of you who weren't able to make it out on Saturday, we'll continue to collect donation items at all of our library locations, and we'll consider additional donation events based on the success of this one. For donation ideas, please visit longbeach.gov/homelessness. Now, as our work continues to reduce the number of people experiencing homelessness and increase safety for people experiencing homelessness and the greater community, we're exploring new models and building upon proven programs. Providing a safe area for people currently sheltering in their vehicles to park overnight through our safe parking program is critical. And I'm excited that we've been able to expand the program this week. We now have Paul here. Paul, can you share us a little bit of details about our safe parking site that we opened just yesterday evening?
Thank you, Mayor. Our emergency response team has been working hard over the past couple months to expand our safe parking program. And yesterday we were pleased to open a second location at a site on Queensway. The safe parking program serves people who are currently sheltering in their vehicles. It provides a secure place to park overnight, offering safety and a dignified environment for people who can be vulnerable sheltering in their vehicles on public streets or in parking lots. The new safe parking program on Queensway has space for 50 vehicles and will serve people during the nighttime hours from 5 p.m. to 8 a.m. Clients who utilize the site will have access to amenities and resources, including a pet relief area, restrooms, hand washing stations, and we are also providing 2 security guards, and we will have Homeless Service Bureau staff on site during the evening hours to connect participants with services and offer housing-focused case management. People who are interested in participating in the Safe Parking Program need to receive a referral through our multi-service center or can also be referred through our outreach team or the Mobile Access Center. So as we're out there, we're engaging people and trying to ensure they're aware and getting them referred over. We will also continue to offer a Safe Parking Program at the existing site at the MSC, where we have 15 overnight spaces. With the addition of the site at Queensway, we are increasing the safe parking program more than threefold to really meet the needs. So based on our last year's point in time count, 2022, we'll have the 2023 numbers coming out soon. But at that time, we identified 480 people that were sheltered in their vehicles. Between our 2 safe parking locations, we have the capacity to reach 14% of those that are sheltering in their vehicle. These people often face discrimination and stigma, so offering services in a space that provides dignity and respect is important to help them get back towards getting into permanent housing. The services create that stability and, again, really towards that permanent housing. I wanted to share a story just so people understand the impact and what this can mean for an individual person. So somebody that was staying at our MSC lot for almost a year. Veta became homeless in late 2021. During the pandemic, things have kind of shifted. The place that she was living was sold, and She started looking for other places, but as she searched for a new place, she found that she wasn't able to rent anywhere because of her fixed income, and with the pandemic, she also found it difficult to bring in additional income. So she found herself sleeping in her vehicle at various areas around Long Beach. Living in her vehicle represented quite a few difficulties, including finding a legal and safe place to park that would not lead to traffic citations or police contacts, just checking in on people, making sure they're okay. If she wasn't driving around throughout the night, she would be finding herself in secluded places and trying to get some rest. She says one of the scarier things that happened in her time living in her vehicle was there were several times where random people would try to enter her vehicle in the middle of the night while she was trying to sleep. In January 2022, she connected with the multi-service center, which referred her into the Safe Parking program. Although the Safe Parking program was not her ultimate goal, as she wanted to be able to get out of her car and back into permanent housing, she felt much safer sleeping there. She reports feeling that there was a community within the program where people looked out for each other, made sure that they were protecting each other, as well as having restrooms during the night was an important piece for her. Veta, in working with her case manager, was able to get linked into our housing opportunity pool and ultimately was able to receive an emergency housing voucher. In November of this last year, she was able to find an apartment that accepted her voucher. She moved in. She was very excited to be able to spend the holidays in her own place, and right now just really working to build back that place to feel like her own place before she lost her housing. So I think just the power of this within our overall system and really working to get people back to permanent housing. So
that's great.
Yeah. So, and just also kind of sharing some things on our process. The Queensway location was selected because it was an underutilized space at the time. It provides some privacy from program participants. There's not a whole lot, surrounding that parking lot, and it won't impact the activities that are in the area, such as the Queen Mary. We also had the cruise ships going out there. So we've contacted our nearby businesses to understand their stuff and their business and what was happening. So, and just what their plans are for utilizing the site. And we felt that this was a good opportunity to expand our safe parking program capacity. The location is planned to operate through Sunday, May 21st, and we are continuing to look at additional sites to operate through the rest of the year. We want to continue to keep our capacity and looking at other opportunities, such as things like RVs and people living in their RVs. In addition to the city side, Long Beach City College also provides a safe parking program on campus for their students. And lastly, just kind of wrapping up, again, just want to repeat, if there are people interested in participating in the safe parking program at the Queensway site or at the multi-service center to receive a referral, reaching out to the MSC or going onto our website and looking at where the mobile access center will be and coming out and connecting with a case manager.
And what's the phone number to the multi-service center?
To reach out to the multi-service center, our phone number is 562-570-4500, and our website again is longbeach.gov/homelessness.
Great. So it's great that we were able to get this space stood up. We have, our winter shelter operating, and we know that it's raining, so we have our warming centers. Just expand on it. How is it going at the multi-service center with the warming center since we have the rain? And how was the first night, last night, of our new safe parking site?
Yeah, so we've been opening up the MSC for warming beds whenever it's raining or under 45 degrees. So we've been open most of the last 4 weeks. We'll be open through Saturday morning. It's going well. We're seeing pretty good utilization. We always have a few beds available each night. We've been partnering with some of our community partners to bring in food and just providing that warm space. So it's a great way to connect with people, build relationships. As you know, it's been challenging at moments. It makes our operations pretty tough and transitioning from the MSC closing and then starting back up in the morning, but well worth it to get people off the street and into an environment. Our first night over at Queensway, we were able to announce Friday afternoon, so we weren't doing a whole lot of outreach. We've got people that are interested at the MSC that have been wanting to get in, so we anticipate that the number of people is going to drastically increase over the next week or so, so we'll see new people coming in on a daily basis.
So you know, you heard from Paul. We are looking at new and creative ways to expand our capacity. At last week's update with the data dashboard, we were told that the data shows us this is really a story about capacity. So whenever we can deploy more capacity for you know, warming centers or emergency shelter or additional capacity with Project Room Key or safe parking, it allows our outreach workers to have something to offer as we're conducting outreach. The data shows you the outreach is working. When we find people out there in the encampment, 53% of the time, they're accepting some degree of services. So the more that we can offer them, the more effective we will be in connecting people to the pathway to ultimately get into housing, like the story you shared about Veta. So thank you, Paul. We appreciate your entire team and all of your work to connect people experiencing homelessness with services and help move them toward permanent housing opportunities. I also want to thank the entire city team who worked to identify and create this safe parking site. I received a number of letters from adjacent neighbors in support of this. I want to thank our convention center, the adjacent hotels, all the operators in that adjacent area for those letters of support. That's what we mean when we say all in. Everyone's doing their part to help make sure that we as a city have a plan to expand our capacity to deal with this crisis. To recap, the safe parking will provide 50 spots for overnight parking. It's open to those who shelter in their cars. And you need to be referred through the multi-service center. If you want to head over to the multi-service center, it's 1301 West 12th Street. We'll have more announcements about our emergency response in the coming days. We're continuing to work, and there's more capacity that we're going to continue to work on. So I encourage you all to continue to tune in 11 o'clock every Tuesday. Thanks so much for joining us. Now we'll proceed with interpretation in Spanish and Khmer. Thank you.
Bienvenidos a nuestra actualización semanal de transmisión en vivo. Hoy nos acompaña el alcalde Rex Richardson y Paul Duncan, el gerente de la Oficina de Servicios para Personas Sin Hogar del Departamento de Salud. Paul habló sobre nuestro nuevo sitio de estacionamiento seguro, nuestro último esfuerzo para vincular a las personas sin hogar con servicios y opciones de vivienda más estables. La semana pasada, compartimos el tablero de datos de personas sin hogar de Long Beach y destacamos algunos datos importantes para nuestra respuesta de emergencia. Como recordatorio, el tablero está disponible en longbeach.gov/homelessness y se actualizará mensualmente. El sábado llevamos a cabo un evento de donación desde el auto en Long Beach City College y agradezco a todos los que se unieron para apoyar a nuestra comunidad de residentes sin vivienda. Como la familia Bryan, después de ver la campaña de donación en las noticias, su hijo entró en acción y pidió a sus amigos que lo ayudaran a recolectar artículos para crear kits de rayitos de sol para la campaña de donación en su cumpleaños. Esta generosidad y compasión por los demás es digno de elogio y quiero agradecer personalmente a la familia Bryan por unirse a nosotros y hacer todo lo posible. En la campaña de donación recolectamos kits de higiene, ropa para hombres y mujeres, artículos para el cuidado de mascotas y mucho más. Para aquellos que no pudieron salir el sábado, continuaremos recolectando artículos de donación en todas nuestras bibliotecas. Para ideas de donaciones, visite longbeach.gov/homelessness. Nuestro equipo de respuesta a emergencias ha estado trabajando durante meses para expandir nuestro programa de estacionamiento seguro y ayer nos complació abrir una segunda ubicación en un sitio en Queens Way. Proporciona un lugar seguro para estacionar durante la noche, ofreciendo seguridad y un ambiente digno para las personas que pueden ser vulnerables a refugiarse en sus vehículos en la vía pública o en los estacionamientos. Este nuevo sitio de estacionamiento seguro en Queens Way tiene espacio para 50 vehículos y atenderá a las personas durante el horario nocturno desde las 5 de la tarde a las 8 de la mañana. Los clientes que utilicen el sitio tendrán acceso a servicios y recursos que incluyen un área de descanso para mascotas, baños y estaciones para lavarse las manos. Proporcionaremos 2 guardias de seguridad y tendremos personal de la Oficina de Servicios para Personas Sin Hogar en el sitio durante las horas de la noche para conectar a los participantes con los servicios y ofrecer gestión de casos centrado en la vivienda. Las personas que estén interesadas en participar en el programa de estacionamiento seguro primero deben recibir una remisión del Centro de Servicios Múltiples o a través de la extensión como el Centro de Acceso Móvil. También continuaremos ofreciendo el programa de estacionamiento seguro en el sitio existente del Centro de Servicios Múltiple o MSC, donde tenemos 15 espacios de estacionamiento nocturno. Con la adición del sitio en Queensway, estamos aumentando más del triple el programa de estacionamiento seguro. En nuestras 2 ubicaciones de estacionamiento seguro, tenemos capacidad de llegar al 14% de esas personas que a menudo enfrentan discriminación y estigma, ofreciendo servicios en un espacio que brinde dignidad y respeto. Se planea que esta ubicación opere hasta el domingo 21 de mayo y continuamos buscando sitios adicionales para operar durante el resto del año. El Colegio de la Ciudad de Long Beach City College, también proporciona estacionamiento seguro en el campus para sus estudiantes. Tendremos más anuncios sobre nuestros esfuerzos de respuesta a emergencia en los próximos días y los animo a todos a estar atentos. Gracias por acompañarnos hoy.
Soom ជម្រាបសួរបងប្អូនទាំងអស់គ្នាយើងខ្ញុំសូមស្វាគមន៍បងប្អូនដែលបានតាមដានស្ដាប់នឹងទស្សនាការផ្សាយព័ត៌មានថ្មីៗរបស់យើងប្រចាំសប្តាហ៍តទៅទៀតនេះថ្ងៃនេះលោកអភិបាលក្រុង Long Beach Richardson មានភ្ញៀវមួយរូបគឺលោក Paul Duncan ដែលជាអ្នកគ្រប់គ្រងការិយាល័យសេវាជនអាណាដ្ឋាននៃនាយកដ្ឋានសុខាភិបាលលោក Paul ពិភាក្សាអំពីការដែលយើងមានទីតាំងចំណតរថយន្តប្រកបដោយសុវត្ថិភាពរបស់យើងដែលទីតាំងចំណតរថយន្តនេះគឺជាកិច្ចខិតខំប្រឹងប្រែងចុងក្រោយបង្អស់របស់យើងដើម្បីផ្សារភ្ជាប់អ្នកដែលទៅកំពុងរស់នៅក្នុងស្ថានភាពអនាថាទៅនឹងសេវាផ្សេងៗនិងជំរឿសនៅក្នុងការដែលមានលំនៅឋានគត់មុតកាន់តែច្រើនមានថែមទៀតការពិសប្តាហ៍កន្លងទៅយើងបានជម្រាបជូនបងប្អូនអំពីផ្ទាំងទិន្នន័យនិងគូសបញ្ជាក់អំពីទិន្នន័យសំខាន់ៗមួយចំនួនអំពីការឆ្លើយតបរបស់យើងទៅនឹងបញ្ហាបន្ទាន់នេះជាសាររំលឹកបងប្អូនគឺផ្ទាំងទិន្នន័យនេះបងប្អូនអាចចូលមើលបាននៅគេហទំព័រ longbeach.gov/homelessness ព័ត៌មាននៅលើគេហទំព័រនេះនឹងត្រូវបញ្ចូលថ្មីបន្ថែមទៀតជាប្រចាំជារៀងរាល់ខែកាលពីថ្ងៃសៅរ៍យើងរៀបចំព្រឹត្តិការណ៍ទទួលរបស់របរបរិច្ចាគរបស់បងប្អូនយើងដែលធ្វើនៅមហាវិទ្យាល័យក្រុង Long Beach ឬក៏ Long Beach City Collegeខ្ញុំសូមអរគុណបងប្អូនទាំងអស់ដែលបានរួមពួតដៃគ្នាជួយទ្រទ្រង់ដល់ប្រជាពលរដ្ឋដែលគ្មានទីលំនៅច្រកកោននៅក្នុងសហគមន៍របស់យើងដោយគ្រួសារលោក Brian អញ្ចឹងគឺក្រោយដែលពួកគាត់ដឹងដំណឹងនេះភ្លាមគឺថាដំណឹងអំពីការសុំជំនួយបរិច្ចាគនេះភ្លាមគឺកូនប្រុសរបស់គាត់មូដៃអាវលាត់ជើងខោហើយប្រកបប្រកាសហៅមិត្តភ័ក្តិឲ្យមកជួយប្រមូលរបស់របរដើម្បីបង្កើតបានជាកញ្ចប់បរិច្ចាគ ដែលត្រូវចែកជូនជនអនាថានៅថ្ងៃខួបកំណើតរបស់គាត់ភាពលះបង់ប្រយោជន៍សួនតួនិងចិត្តមានមេត្តាករុណាចំពោះអ្នកដទៃនេះគឺជាកាយវិការគួរឲ្យស្ងើចសរសើរហើយខ្ញុំឆ្លៀតឱកាសនេះសូមថ្លែងអំណរគុណដោយផ្ទាល់ចំពោះគ្រួសារលោក Brian ដែលបានចូលរួមជាមួយយើងខ្ញុំនិងប្រឹងប្រែងជួយអស់ពីកម្លាំងកាយកម្លាំងចិត្តបាទនៅទីកន្លែងទទួលរបស់បរិច្ចាគនោះគឺយើងទទួលបានកញ្ចប់សម្រាប់ថែរក្សាអនាម័យសម្លៀកបំពាក់សម្រាប់បុរសនិងស្ត្រីរបស់របរសម្រាប់ថែទាំសត្វចិញ្ចឹមនិងអ្វីៗផ្សេងទៀតច្រើនណាស់ចំពោះបងប្អូនដែលមិនទាន់អាចឆ្លៀតយករបស់របរទាំងនោះមកបរិច្ចាគបានកាលពីថ្ងៃសៅរ៍នោះយើងខ្ញុំសូមជម្រាបថាយើងនៅតែបន្តប្រមូលរបស់របរទាំងអស់នេះតទៅទៀតនៅតាមទីតាំងបណ្ណាល័យសាធារណៈរបស់យើងចំពោះបងប្អូនដែលចង់ជ្រាបថាតើបរិច្ចាគរបស់របរអ្វីខ្លះទៅសូមចូលមើលគេហទំព័រ longbeach.gov/homelessness ក្រុមដោះស្រាយបញ្ហាបន្ទាន់របស់យើងបានបំពេញកិច្ចការនេះអស់ជាច្រើនខែមកហើយដើម្បីពង្រីកកម្មវិធីចតយានយន្តប្រកបដោយសុវត្ថិភាពរបស់យើងជាមួយគ្នានេះកាលពីម្សិលមិញយើងមានសេចក្តីសោមនស្សរីករាយដែលបានដាក់ឲ្យដំណើរការទីតាំង2ឬសំទោសទីតាំងទី2នៅកន្លែងដែលនៅលើផ្លូវ Queensway ទីតាំងដែលដាក់ឲ្យដំណើរការនេះគឺផ្ដល់នៅកន្លែងដែលគត់មុតមួយសម្រាប់ចតយានយន្តពេលយប់និងផ្ដល់នៅសុវត្ថិភាពនិងបរិយាកាសសមគួរថ្លៃថ្នូរសម្រាប់អ្នកដែលធ្លាក់នៅក្នុងវិបត្តិដែលគ្មានជំរកច្រកកោននិងអ្នកដែលត្រូវសម្រាននៅក្នុងរថយន្តតាមផ្លូវសាធារណៈឬក៏នៅតាមចំណតរថយន្តនានានោះបាទកន្លែងចំណតរថយន្តប្រកបដោយសុវត្ថិភាពនៅផ្លូវ Queensway នេះមានកន្លែងចតលំមសម្រាប់យានយន្ត50គ្រឿងនិងដាក់ឲ្យប្រជាពលរដ្ឋប្រើប្រាស់នៅពេលយប់ចាប់ពីម៉ោង5ល្ងាចដល់ម៉ោង8ព្រឹកបាទអ្នកដែលប្រើប្រាស់ទីតាំងចតរថយន្តនោះនឹងអាចប្រើប្រាស់សេវាផ្សេងនិងធនធាននៅទីនោះបានដែរដូចជាកន្លែងឲ្យសត្វចិញ្ចឹមរត់លេងបន្ទប់ទឹកនិងកន្លែងលាងសម្អាតដៃជាដើមយើងខ្ញុំបានផ្ដល់ឆ្មាំសន្តិសុខចំនួន2នាក់ដាក់ប្រចាំការនៅទីនោះហើយយើងនឹងមានបុគ្គលិកពីការិយាល័យសេវាជនអនាថានៅទីនោះប្រចាំការដែរនៅម៉ោង8យប់គឺសំទោសនៅម៉ោងយប់ដើម្បីជួយណែនាំឬក៏ផ្ដល់សេវាផ្សេងដល់បងប្អូនដែលប្រើប្រាស់ទីតាំងនោះនិងជួយគ្រប់គ្រងសំណុំរឿងលំនៅឋានផងចំពោះបងប្អូនដែលចាប់អារម្មណ៍ចង់ចូលរួមកម្មវិធីចតយានយន្តដោយសុវត្ថិភាពនេះជាដំបូងបងប្អូនត្រូវទទួលការបញ្ជូនពីមជ្ឈមណ្ឌលពហុសេវាសិនឬក៏តាមក្រុមចម្រុះចោះជួយដល់មូលដ្ឋានរបស់យើងដូចជាមជ្ឈមណ្ឌលសេវាចល័តយើងខ្ញុំនៅតែបន្តផ្ដល់កម្មវិធីចតយានយន្តប្រកបដោយសុវត្ថិភាពនេះនៅទីតាំងដែលមានស្រាប់នៅមជ្ឈមណ្ឌលពហុសេវាដែលមាននៅទីនោះគឺមានកន្លែងចតយានយន្តនៅពេលយប់បានចំនួន15គ្រឿងដែរឥឡូវដែលយើងមានទីតាំងបន្ថែមនៅតាមផ្លូវ Queensway នេះផងយើងបានបង្កើនកម្មវិធីសម្រាប់បងប្អូនអាណាថាចតយានយន្តពេលយប់ដោយសុវត្ថិភាពនេះបានកើនឡើងដល់ទៅ3ដងហើយណោះបាទនៅរវាងទីតាំងចំណតយានយន្តដោយសុវត្ថិភាពរបស់យើងទាំងពីរនេះយើងមានលទ្ធភាពបម្រើបងប្អូន 14% ដែលជារឿយប្រឈមនឹងការរើសអើងនិងការមាក់ងាយដែលយើងផ្ដល់សេវានឹងទីកន្លែងសម្រាប់រក្សាសេចក្តីថ្លៃថ្នូរនិងការគោរពដល់ពួកគាត់ទីតាំងនេះគ្រោងនឹងបើកដំណើរការរហូតដល់ថ្ងៃអាទិត្យទី21ខែឧសភាហើយទន្ទឹមនឹងនេះយើងនៅតែបន្តរកមើលទីតាំងបន្ថែមទៀតសម្រាប់បើកដំណើរការរហូតដល់ដាច់ឆ្នាំនេះមហាវិទ្យាល័យក្រុង Long Beach បានផ្ដល់កន្លែងចតយានយន្តប្រកបដោយសុវត្ថិភាពដែរនៅទីតាំងរបស់ខ្លួនសម្រាប់និស្សិតនៅទីនោះដែលមានបញ្ហាគ្មានទីជម្រកស្នាក់នៅប្រហែលថ្ងៃខាងមុខទៀតនេះយើងនឹងមានសេចក្តីប្រកាសបន្ថែមទៀតអំពីកិច្ចខំប្រឹងប្រែងរបស់យើងក្នុងការឆ្លើយតបទៅនឹងបញ្ហាបន្ទាន់នៃភាពអនាថាហើយជាមួយគ្នានេះខ្ញុំសូមអញ្ជើញបងប្អូនទាំងអស់បន្តតាមដានស្ដាប់ការផ្សាយប្រចាំសប្តាហ៍របស់យើងតទៅទៀតខ្ញុំសូមអរគុណបងប្អូនដែលបានចូលរួមតាមដានស្ដាប់និងទស្សនាការផ្សាយរបស់យើងនៅថ្ងៃនេះបាទសូមជម្រាបលា